Think about it. When was the last time you sent a card to a family or a friend? So many cards are sent each year. According to Grand Review Research, 6.5 billion greeting cards are purchased each year. That's a lot of greeting cards. Also, 70% of college students feel homesick within their first year, according to Rutgers. What do these two statistics have in common? Connection. So many college students feel homesick and struggle to keep connection with family and friends back at home. Baking homemade cards for friends and family members back at home for many different reasons and occasions can help college students feel in touch and connected to those loved ones back at home. I've been making homemade greeting cards for over 10 years for all my friends and family. Almost every week, I make homemade greeting cards for my friends and family for so many different occasions. Over COVID-19, I made cards for my friends and family so we can feel physically connected even though we were not physically in the same place. I made them feel loved, excited, and made them miss me less by making those cards. I will discuss the steps on how to make a homemade card, finding the who and why, getting materials, and creating the card. I will also discuss tips and tricks on how to make a great homemade card. Taking the necessary steps to create a great card for a friend and family member can make a card extra special. Step 1 is think of your who and why. Thinking of who and why you're giving the card to makes a difference. If you're giving a card to your grandma or your friend, your greeting card's going to look a lot different. Think of why you're giving this card to a person. There are so many different occasions that you can give a greeting card for. There's birthday cards, graduation cards, anniversary cards, so many. Here's some images of some cards that I've made in the past for some of my friends and family. Holiday cards, birthday and Mother's Day cards, more birthday cards, and birthday cards for different age groups. One's for my grandma and one's for my friend. Think of the occasion that you can give someone a card. You can give somebody a card for so many different occasions, and you don't even have to have an occasion to give somebody a card, just simply if you're thinking about them or if you miss them. Making a homemade card requires you to get some materials to create it. First, you're going to need a paper base to create your card on. Some paper bases include cardstock, patterned paper, glittered cardstock, and watercolor paper. This is from Andrea Walford. Some cardstock that I enjoy using for my card is from Michaels, and it comes in a 50-pack, and I'm going to pass around this piece of paper so you guys can feel how thick it is and what type of paper that I like to use best. You'll also need some decorations to personalize your card. Some popular decorations include patterned papers, stickers, puffy stickers, glitter, and stamps. You will also need a writing utensil to write out your card. Some writing utensils include Sharpies, pens, markers, colored pencils, highlighters, or glittery pens. Some of my favorites to use are Crayola colored pencils and Sharpies. I'm going to pass these around so you guys can look at these and see how thick they are and just how they feel. According to the Chicago Tribune, Crayola crayons, Winsor & Newton watercolor paints, and CalArt paints are some of the best rated art supplies to make homemade crafts. Assembling the card requires creativity and expression. Creating your homemade card, it requires you to have creativity, and you want to make sure that you don't leave any blank spaces in your card. You have to add your personal style to it to make sure that it's just right. Also, while creating your card, you'll need to write a message to your friend or family member. It can be as long or as short as you'd like. Some people may not like to make homemade cards because they feel like they're uncreative or they're not very good at art, so they can't make homemade cards. But this is not true. Despite these boundaries, here are some tips and tricks to help you make your homemade card. Tip number 1 is be specific of who you're going to give it to. Think of your person's favorite colors, jokes that you guys have together, some of your favorite things to do together, and make sure that you add some little trinkets, maybe a ticket from a movie that you went to, a map of your favorite place to go to, or some photos to add it to make it personally just for you two. Tip number 2 is to add 3D decorations to make the message of your card pop. Add layered paper onto your card to make the message or design on your card really stand out. Also, adding puffy stickers or different shapes on your card can make it really eye-catching. Tip number 3 is don't be afraid to draw on your card. Even if you're not the best drawer, it can make a really thoughtful touch. And even if you don't have any supplies like stamps or glitter or special paper or anything, it can really add a great touch to your card, and you don't have to be a really professional drawer. Okay, today I shared to you the steps on how to make a homemade card, finding the who and the why, getting the materials, and creating the card. I also discussed some tips on how you can make a great homemade card. Making a homemade card can help you feel connected to a friend or family member, even if you're away at college or at somewhere far away. I hope today I've helped you find some tips and tricks on how to make a great homemade card so you can make one by yourself. Thank you.